Hey everyone, how you doing? Corey Steinberg coming at you with another video. Today's video we're going to talk about my one-year review with the Fuji XT1. Alright everyone, so today's video, obviously we're talking about my Fuji XT1 and my one-year review with it. Essentially over a year ago, around this time frame, October, November, is when I went ahead and bought the Fuji XT1 mirrorless camera system. At that point in time, a lot of people were slowly kind of migrating over to the mirrorless cameras. A lot of people weren't too sure. Obviously, fast forward a year, year and a half later, a lot of people are really starting to ditch their DSLRs, going to go for the mirrorless. Different reasons, rhymes, opinions, why people decide to do that. It's not a problem. Change is not always a bad thing. But for me, I just wanted something small, compact, and rugged as I started to kind of get back into photography more. The one thing that I really like about Fuji is the build quality and the glass. If you know anything about Fuji, they've been really well known for their build quality of their cameras, build quality and optics of their Fuji lenses. The last Fuji lens I used was on a Sony Sony F5 for a Switzerland reality shoot. It was 18 to 75 millimeter. I think it was their cinema zoom lens. I think it was really nice, really smooth. Obviously, with any lens manufacturer, people have pros and cons with it and stuff. For me, that shoot, it worked out great. I've used Canon. I've used all sorts of different lens manufacturers, Nikon, etc. I mean, for me, it's all about getting the shot, really. So why did I switch over to mirrorless and why I use the Fuji XT1 even though the Fuji XT2 came out a couple months ago? Essentially, I don't do as much photography as I want to, and so for me, the price was kind of the way in. The Fuji XT1 is a 16 millimeter pixel camera. Obviously, it doesn't have the new sensor inside it. This is the X-Trans Sensor 2. Obviously, the new Fuji XT2 has the X-Trans Sensor 3 in it. So for me, it wasn't really worth the upgrade. It wasn't really worth the price for the upgrade. I mean, this is still a great camera. I mean, if you're going to do 8x10 or anything like that, you're fine with it. If you're going to go more than that, I think you're okay. You're kind of, at the crosshairs for the most part when you do that. But 16 millimeter megapixels in today's environment is not a bad thing at all. The one thing that really drew me, obviously, is Fuji and the way they, redesigned this camera. Obviously, if you can tell, put on the other side of the screen for you so you can see all the buttons. Everything here, you have ISO control and everything else like this on here. Nice solid buttons. I don't have to go into the menu too much, which is really nice. Obviously, it has one SD card slot, which a lot of people will say, nah. Like for me, SD cards have gotten cheaper and cheaper, so I don't really need the issue for two. Unless I'm shooting a video, then maybe I'll go with a different camera which has dual SD card slot, just in case the client wants a backup. Not a problem in that regard. But for me, really, it's about the build quality and the image quality. I'm still impressed every time I shoot with this camera. It just amazes me what kind of image quality you put into it. And if you're ever familiar with the Fuji film Emulsion, if you ever get a chance to work with the Fujifilm Emulsion, especially with Kodak, they just produce wonderful colors. I would like to see Canon kind of do the same thing. Some people may say Canon is a little too late in the game, possibility. But I think Canon has always made a comeback regardless. They've always been innovators, no matter what. So can they still come in the market? I think they can. I really do. Especially to kind of take a thing out of Fuji's playbook where they kind of, implement their emotion, their film emotion inside the cameras, which are really nice. And if Canon can do that, that'll be really awesome. Because again, you have people who like the Fuji emotions, you have people who like the Canon emotions. It's just a favorite for a lot of people, and for Fuji to do this in the digital package is really nice. I mean, I can't really compare it to any other camera. You just can't do it. I mean, as far as if I had to, compare, let's say, greens, for example, how this camera produces and handles greens, I have to compare it with the Nikon. Nikon produces wonderful greens in that respect, as far as green landscape, grass, just in general, as far as the green color science in there. I've shot Canon, I've shot Nikon, I've shot, a whole host of cameras. For me, I think this really kind of comes really close to Nikon as far as the color matrix goes. Obviously, this is his very own matrix in it, but it's nice. I mean, obviously, Canon, as far as zoom lens choices, they have a lot more to go with and affordability and all of that stuff. But the Fuji is really key on their own particular lenses, which is okay. I mean, 18 to 55. I mean, a lot of people say it's a kit lens. It's not, not that good, but in reality, yeah, Fuji optics with the 18 to 55, I'm not complaining very much. It gets me what I want. That's point blank. It gives me what I want. It's a really nice sharp lens. I mean, I wish I kind of got the 10 to 16 millimeter, which is about $1,000, which I don't have the money for that. It's a nice wide angle zoom lens. It's just nice. I mean, try to get the 10 to 16, I'll be kind of losing a little bit of zoom range with the 18 to 55. So if when in doubt I need a nice wide, I just back up. There's not that much of a difference in here. The next thing I like about it really is the EVF inside. It's really nice. Once you see you see the image inside, you pretty much get what you see inside. So every type of picture, you can see what your scene looks like. It's not always 100%, but I would say probably about 90% of what you see in here is what you get. You obviously see that no matter what film and motion picture profile you get in here. It's nice. The one thing I love about the Fuji, and I don't think I've really had the same thing with with Canon and Nikon. I'm gonna have to go back and try their cameras again. But for some reason, the Fuji brand lineup, it handles the shadows and the exposure really, really well. I'm really pleased on how it handles shadows. It is impressive. And you see, I'll show up a couple of pics here, and you can see the shadow detail and exposure detail and how it handles nice and soft. It's just really pleasing. I'm really impressed with the way how it handles shadows and exposure. It's really nice. Good thing about it, it's weatherproof, which is nice. Cast iron body. I mean, it's a really well built camera. I can't really complain anything about it. It's just there's more pros and there's cons, if anything. The only con is I wish it was maybe 20 megapixels, 24 megapixels. But the one thing about Fuji, and I love what they've been doing, is they've been adding firmware up to their old cameras, like the XT1, XF100, XT100, all the way down to their smaller lineup. They've always been coming out with firmware updates, which is nice. Now we don't have to go out there and buy the camera because it's has a better firmware update, blah blah blah. It's good that they stick to the consumers who still love the XT1 with many firmware updates, at least once a month, or maybe a couple months out the year. They come with a nice firmware update, whether it be for the body of the camera or the lens itself. Could be the flash, what comes with it, which is actually a pretty decent flash, or it comes with the battery grip on the bottom, which I have right beside me, out of reach at the moment, which is nice. I mean, that's really it on this review. I mean, it's nice. I enjoy it. The way this camera is, it allows me to enjoy taking photos again. In that regard, my wife always says, "You take too many photos, blah blah blah. Enjoy the moment." I'm like, well, this is the way I enjoy the moment. I snap it. It's a freeze frame in time. That's the way I look at this. She thinks I'm insane, but this is what I love to do. I enjoy taking photos. I enjoy doing videos. I enjoy filmmaking. It's just what I do best. It's what I do. I'm an artist. Plain and simple, I'm an artist with a paintbrush. This is my paintbrush, and then the world is my canvas, essentially. That's what it is. So I'm not going to sell this anytime soon at all. I mean, it's still a wonderful workhorse of a camera. I enjoy it. It's nice. It's built really, really well. I wish all cameras were built like this. Even your entry-level cameras, like your entry-level Canon Rebels, for example, or your smaller, low-end Nikon cameras. I really wish the companies kind of really build the bodies itself kind of the same across the board. As far as cast iron, magnesium body, nice steel in there. That takes takes money, takes time, takes all that. That's kind of a wish I would like to see. But it's I'm not Canon, I'm not Nikon, I'm not the CEO. I can only kind of get feedback and wish. That's really it. So that is my 1-year review with the Fuji XT1. Go to my website, check them out before Leo if you want to see more pictures from the Fuji XT1. Different types of some environments, genres, weddings, engagement photos, portraits. You see many different types of picture profiles in there. You'll see different things. I think you'll enjoy it if you look at it, have time. Comment as well, shoot me emails, say, hey, I like this photo, this is why. Just I enjoy stuff like that. I enjoy feedback like that. Whether it's being any type of criticism, I'm okay with that. Because it only makes me better. Plain and simple. I enjoy, even someone just writes, hey, I love that picture you did in Central Park. Love nice lighting. That just makes my day right there. Because that tells me you enjoy seeing my work and appreciating my work. And that just opens up the doors for more creativity for me. It's like, okay, what can I do next to really kind of wow you? It doesn't have to be something too crazy. It can be a simple shot of a lizard, for crying out loud. It's all about the creation of the art, the creation when you do photographs with this. And this is just a tool. This is plain and simple it is. That's it for now. That's the end of my Fuji XT1 review. If you want me to go more in depth, please let me know. Comments below. Obviously, don't forget to subscribe. And thanks guys for watching. We'll see y'all later.